We have a new batch of Christians here at the North Baltimore Church of Christ. Our job is to disciple them or train them to be real and genuine Christians. Well, okay. Well, what's that look like? John chapter 13 starts and opens with Jesus washing the feet of his disciples. Read that story again today. See what new discovery God gives you from there. Then look at verses 15 through 17, where we read this. For I have given you an example, that you should do as I have done to you. Most assuredly I say to you, a servant is not greater than his master, nor is he who is sent greater than he who sent him. If you know these things, blessed are you if you do them. What if we actually did that? Did what? What if we copied our master, Jesus, and set out to serve our fellow men? I was watching a movie on television one evening. It was about a wealthy English family whose yacht sank and deposited them, the whole family, their servants, and everybody, on an uninhabited island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. We all know the scenario. Tom Hanks was marooned that way with a volleyball. Well, the super rich father of that family had gotten his fortune the old-fashioned way. He inherited it. So he had no idea of what to do when it came to setting up life on that island. What would he do? So the butler took charge. And in a short order, he had a society up and running, and he was declared governor of the community. Well, you know how these stories go. After a few months, they got the attention of a passing ship. They sent boats to rescue the stranded people on the island. Well, they all rushed to the beach to meet their rescue party. But after a few minutes, they realized that their governor/butler was missing. Where was he? After a few awkward moments, he came walking up to the beach, fully dressed in his butler's uniform, with a tray of refreshments for the rescue crew. Where would such an idea for such a movie plot ever come from? Remember Jesus? He calmed the sea with just a word. He turned and walked through an angry mob that was trying to push him off a cliff to kill him. He just turned and walked through their midst. He humbled himself and washed the feet of his disciples. And then, just a very short time later, within a couple of hours, he put the severed ear back on a soldier's head and then humbly gave himself up to be arrested, hauled before that kangaroo court, knowing that in less than 24 hours he would be crucified. Wow. Some of us woke up this morning knowing that today we might face some challenges, knowing that life probably wasn't going to be perfect this week. We knew we might even be forced to swallow some of our pride, give up some things in order to make someone else happy. We might have even had an argument with ourselves over our cup of coffee or tea this morning. So let's start this week with this reminder. We're servants. We are servants. We might even need to wash some stinky feet or something similar. Now, the character in that movie I told you about had a choice. He was standing up on the bluff overlooking the beach, standing beside the pyre they had made, the big pile of wood, which they were ready to light as a signal should a ship come by. He was standing there with his girlfriend, who was the rich man's daughter. All he had to do was not light the fire, not signal the ship. He could have married the girl. And then when they did get rescued, he would go back and step into the life of luxury as the son-in-law of that wealthy man. he had to make a decision, and his decision was, light the fire, let the ship find him. Moral lesson. Well, we're living our lives right now. We just opened up a brand new week yesterday, and our life is also a moral lesson. Let's start today determined to be the servants that our Lord and Master needs us to be, and thus we also disciple others and show them what a Christian, a real Christian, looks like.